and welcome everybody to this stream of Warner Brothers won the bet and basically acquired
Wait,
the
Netflix.
Netflix.
Won the bid and acquired.
Yeah, I'm just reading my own thumbnail here. So yeah, Warner Brothers was acquired by Netflix, but is it fine though? Fine though.
Is it?
Did I say fine though? What's
Fine though. No, is it fine?
Is it fine though? We're going to actually take a look at a very informative video and because it just encompasses everything. So we're gonna react to that video basically by this very famous YouTube guy.
Dan Moro.
Dan Moro.
Famous YouTube guy. Yeah, that encompasses everything.
Yes, what the heck is that behind me? No, it's behind you.
Curtain.
Oh, there's something behind me.
There is something behind you.
The heck is that? The hell is this? What is that? Is it the perde? Oh, yes.
I think it's the curtain. Yeah.
It's the freaking curtain. Okay. So, yeah, guys. Yeah, let's see who is here. Today is just not a good day for streaming. You know, because earlier I had to spay and neuter one of my doggies, and it was exhausting and emotional, and we are just, alone and helped, and we are just floored at this point. Yeah, and very emotionally exhausted as well. But we wanted to cover these news as fast as possible because they just broke out.
Yes.
So
extra.
Yes. So welcome to JRR. Is that Lenny?
No, Lenny is down there.
Ah, okay. Bonjour.
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 From Louisiana, guarantee.
Yes, Jeremiah Truth is here,
Yeah,
man
Jeremiah
of Gooding. And on the other channel, Roadkill, in addition, and Furious Dan.
And Lenny. Lenny's here, yes. Hello, Lenny.
Hello. Let's put our chat to live chat so we can actually see what's happening. And for some reason, this is irritating me. I'm gonna remove it. And we can continue. It's very hot for some reason, although outside is not very hot. So, yeah, you don't need to see that.
Thanks for the victory then. Truth is asking where is Tsunami. He's probably sleeping because now it's time to sleep in his country, right?
Yeah.
What am I supposed to put that on?
I don't know. I mean, Tsunami has a busy day life, but not so busy night life, so that's why he's able to be here.
Yeah.
When for us it's morning. So here I am. It's just yeah, I don't know why it's that hot. So we can officially start now, actually, the stream. So yeah, that is where is Tsunami. No, why we don't see my fans? Sorry, but this is gonna be like my sweatshirt is huge. So I'm gonna be like doing this and like, why do you want to see that? Yeah. Okay, let's start now with the video. We gotta watch it and comment on it, but really it encompasses so much information. We are disappointed, for sure. We are, although we don't know how things are going to be in the future. Also, this is actually not completely final because Netflix could have a lot of problems, and who knows what Donald Trump is gonna say about this. We don't know. So it's not like solid, completely solid, set in stone. It's not. So at least that. But what it could happen, we'll see. So let's see the video really, because that's like the best thing. Okay, so this guy,
Dan Moro,
explains it very well. Let's hear.
Like Netflix may very well be the new owner of Warner Brothers in the near future, and I've got all the details on this possible blockbuster deal right now.
Yay! That's actually very retro and cool.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dan Moro.
Hello everybody, I'm Dan Murrell here with a potentially massive story that broke late last night around 10 o'clock Central Time as I was preparing my review for Five Nights at Freddy's 2, which you were going to see in this slot. I think this story might be just a little bit more interesting. We've been covering here on the channel this bidding war that broke out to buy Warner Brothers Discovery or parts of Warner Brothers Discovery between Comcast, Paramount, and Netflix. And it appears that there is a winner in that war. Multiple sources reported late last night that Netflix has won over the board at Warner Brothers Discovery and will start a window of exclusive negotiations to buy the studio. While this does not mean that a sale is final or even imminent, it does mean that Netflix, for now, is the victor of this three-company bidding war, and they will now be the only potential buyer allowed to negotiate a deal with Warner Brothers Discovery. However, those talks could still result in a deal not being reached and the bidding process opening back up. Netflix, and this is kind of nebulous right now, reportedly offered about $28 a share for Warner Brothers in an...
Okay, let's just stop it right here. So he said that if this fails, if this still fails somehow, and the deal is not approved, we can go back to bidding.
Okay.
And actually, then Paramount can acquire this. I mean, Netflix are already celebrating, by the way, over
Really?
on Twitter.
Although that nothing is final.
Well, yes. I mean, that is how he presents it. I'm sure that somebody else will say something else, but if, I mean, Dan Murrow has been around for years, and he just posted this video like a few hours ago, so he should be up to date.
So actually,
I was
this,
checking the sites. There's nothing newer than what he's saying, like at the time of us streaming this. So if this is correct, and this is not final, if you're going back to bidding, that's gonna be amazing.
Then if we go back to bidding, then Parliament can actually decide to give $29 or $30 per share this time. I hope. And then we do it in the first place.
Yeah. I just think that the Ellison guy just didn't expect this at all. That's what happened.
How can you be the world's second richest person and not expect that? I mean, shouldn't you be prepared for things like that?
I
And
think
just to
Netflix came on to, I mean, not that aggressive and looked like the least likely at the beginning, but maybe that was a strategy. And when the time came, they hit everyone with their absolutely not refusable deal. So
With
I think that's a
$1
pretty,
more.
yeah, but that's huge in terms of billions, I guess. So I think that's very smart.
Yeah.
But let's continue.
85% cash deal. Paramount Skydance is said to have offered $27 a share in an all-cash deal for the entire company, not just the assets that Netflix is interested in. As of late last night, no official details have been disclosed, but it seems clear that Paramount did not end up being, and perhaps never was, the preferred buyer for Warner Brothers Discovery's board and also for CEO David Zaslav. Unlike Paramount Skydance, Netflix's offer is not for all of Warner Brothers Discovery. They're interested in negotiating to buy the Warner Brothers movie studio and HBO Max. WB Discovery's cable networks will reportedly still be spun off into its own entity if this deal goes through, and perhaps still bought by somebody else, including Paramount Skydance. Bloomberg also reported that Netflix has put up a $5 billion breakup fee to be paid to Warner Brothers Discovery if this deal does not close. One major outstanding question, and one that we may not know the answer to for some time, is what Netflix's strategy regarding theatrical releases for Warner Brothers films is going to be. Thus far, Netflix is only committed reportedly to honoring existing contracts for theatrical release. However, unless Ted Sarandos has some kind of Ebenezer Scrooge moment, I don't see him all of a sudden embracing movie releases with full, robust theatrical windows.
And that's actually the biggest concern for most people in the industry. The other concern, of course, for us is, does this mean that Zack Snyder will be back in the Justice League? I mean, people already are celebrating on Twitter that he is gonna be back now. But because he has already relationship with Netflix, but some of the things that he has there did not work out. Now, that's not due to Netflix per se, but it's due to what they are. I mean that the movie series Rebel Moon, that sucks, man.
That sucks. Totally. Also, they canceled one of his animations, Dawn of the Gods or something.
Which
like
I don't know why. Maybe it's good, maybe it's not. But again, when he's doing things that he leads or writes, they're not good. When he directs DC, he has a great vision that is mixing with other creative minds, including
Yes,
the script writers.
good script writers, yeah.
Yeah, but other than that, he's not a person. I mean, he's not the Duffer Brothers who can write amazing and create amazing show.
So now maybe you give to the Duffer Brothers to write the superhero DC movie, and then for Zack Snyder to direct it, and boom,
Yeah.
we will have a winner.
I actually totally agree with that. So there is potential with Netflix, but we don't know if that's actually not the worst case scenario
Yeah.
because of the CEO of Netflix, who often greenlit, so I don't know how much he has a say or he's involved, but a lot of crap and slop has been greenlit through the years.
Anime. Yeah.
Many other things, including the
many other things.
Cleopatra. Don't forget about the Cleopatra
What they have
series.
done with The Witcher,
Yeah.
and with the Castlevania.
Freaking Odysseus or something was it? That he
Oh,
was
yeah,
black
yeah.
or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And then came
Achilles,
the meme.
Achilles.
Oh, Achilles, even
Achilles.
worse. So then came the meme, like Netflix adaptation, I mean reality or whatever, and then Netflix adaptation to be like a black person that's supposed to be white in history or whatever. So stuff like that that are absolutely atrocities. And most recently with Cleopatra, that's not excusable at all.
Yeah.
So-
Actually, to me, the only quality thing that they have put out there was really Stranger Things. All the seasons and the first seasons of Castlevania. I think that those are the two things. And let's say the first season of The Witcher. I think that those are the things that actually solidified Netflix as these banger making machine until everything went to. And that's why when people used to hear, "Oh, Netflix is doing something, and it must be good," but now it's the opposite.
Yeah, now it's the opposite. But yeah, that thing with Cleopatra.
No, Jesus Christ. Yeah.
God. Like
And
the whole
even
world was talking
the
about
actress even blocked you.
And yes, the actress of Cleopatra blocked me on Twitter without me ever saying a word to her. I just did my review.
Yeah.
And maybe she saw it on
was-
YouTube. That was on my main channel, the 40K Empress. Maybe she saw it. And then I just went to see what she's writing on Twitter. I saw that I'm blocked all of a sudden. I'm like, wow, she watched my review. She blocked me.
I think it's because she said this girl is too white and red-haired. She could be the real Mary Jane, so I'm just going to block her and play Mary Jane myself someday.
Who cares? Yeah. Also, I could totally fit into Cleopatra.
Yeah, that's true.
So, yeah, she was white as me. Newsflash to everybody that think that she's black. So yeah, that's totally different topic. But by that time, like Metatron, like the whole world was making videos about how Cleopatra was white as they come. So yeah, guys, we're gonna continue with the video and just want to say quick hi. To Vic Martino,
Vic.
dear
Hey.
Clayton is here,
Clayton.
Furious Dan, of course, Truth, I think I said Truth at the beginning. Vic says, hey, superhero truthers and OL's here. I hope all we are well, and I'm glad that I was on live and able to join here. I was actually catching up on some past podcasts. Thank you so
Vic.
much,
Thank
Vic,
you so
because
much.
you're helping us with the watch time,
Yes.
and we really need watch time.
I was actually, Vic, I was actually watching your video about your superhero figure and statues collection. Amazing collection,
Well, I gotta
Amazing
watch it
collection,
too.
yeah. And I'm really impressed of your house, which is something like a museum for old movies and things like that. I love old movies, really, really impressive. So well done, and thank you that you're here with us.
Thank you. And he also says, Gary and Logan, my two favorite podcasters, always telling us what we need to know. Thank you, Vic. That means a lot.
yes. Yeah.
Thank you. We need people like you.
Exactly. You found us to the superhero channel, actually. Not,
Not the other channels.
which is great, yeah.
Lenny says, I hope Netflix doesn't succeed in the end. The deal is not finalized yet.
Yeah.
We too. Now, there's this unlikely thing where Netflix is like the best case scenario, but we don't know.
But we don't know yet.
That actually is possible. We just don't know because anything can change within a company as well. So right now it looks very bad, but I don't know what's gonna happen in the future.
Yeah, they
And
really,
if Netflix changes somehow, I don't know how.
they really might decide, hey, we worked with Zack Snyder. His DC movies were actually making money, and now we have HBO Max, and we see that people are watching his Justice League cut. So let's make something happen. But being that that their CEO, whatever he was there, is woke, maybe he'll decide to keep James Gunn and continue with the bullshit.
I don't know, but from one hand, Netflix did leave Zack Snyder to do whatever he wanted.
Yeah.
So that's a good sign. He just didn't succeed
And
that
actually,
much.
we may not be liking the Rebel Moon movies, but they were actually watched on Netflix. I think they had actually high viewership. They didn't make much money, I think, but I think they were hits in
I mean,
watching
it
time.
didn't seem that like it was a
I
failure
don't
on
know.
Netflix
Yeah,
that much.
on Netflix
Yeah.
as a platform. Yeah.
I didn't check like all the numbers, but it didn't seem like it was a huge failure. And that animation that he has with the gods and all that, there's actually pretty cool scene of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks pretty much okay, but I have never seen it. Maybe we have to try just a scene or two to see how it is.
Yeah.
I hope there is no depravity.
Oh, come on. Okay, okay, we really had to focus on the video here, but because we started with the comments,
Yeah.
we're gonna check
We
a few more
continue,
comments
yes.
and continue with the video.
Just sorry, sleepy.
You're still-
Truth says if Netflix wins, we are going to have a Black Superman.
Hopefully not.
Hopefully not, but the Warner Bros. Wanted to do that anyway.
I mean, again, there's some things in Netflix, like Stranger Things, that you leave the creators do whatever. Because in Stranger Things, most of the cast is white,
Yeah.
just as like it should be in this time and period.
Yeah.
There's one main black guy that is absolutely great. There's his sister, who is a bit obnoxious, but she's also a very good character, actually. She's obnoxious because she's obnoxious, but she's so
obnoxious,
smart
yeah.
and cunning that she redeems herself because she is
Totally, yes.
delivering.
Yeah.
Like every character is delivering something. They all bring something special, their it factor to the table. So there is no one character that shouldn't be there, like literally.
Exactly.
And those are like the two characters only that are another color. There's one more guy that was a part of the Bullies team last season.
Oh yeah.
But he was just
But
one of
that's
the
it.
guys, and it's okay. So the way that they present diversity in the 80s seems extremely realistic and on point. And yes, most people were white. And yes, that's how it's portrayed in the show.
Yeah.
So, and again, the gay stuff, I mean, we could live without them, but they're so subtle.
Subtle, really.
And
subtle,
they're
yes,
so meaningful because they're just not, that's not the emphasis about those characters. That's what it makes it meaningful. Exactly because those characters shine with their qualities as a person and totally not with their sexuality. That's just something that is
exactly.
there, but that's it. And that's how it should be. That's how it should be. They're presented like any other character would be presented if they're heterosexual, and even a lot less than that, because heterosexual relationships are much more explored in Stranger Things, and the gay relationships is just what we saw basically with Robin, and that is just a few seconds
Yes.
from the whole seasons.
Mentionings and that's it.
Seconds. So
Nobody's walking with a flag or parading around.
No.
Nobody's preaching lectures.
absolutely no one, and Will just deals with it, and that's it. Somebody didn't stop their sound.
It's not mine. Let's try yeah. Well,
Is it your phone?
no.
God damn it.
Is
Okay.
it yours? Okay. Yeah, we'll see. Okay.
Okay, anyway, so guys, we just had another Stranger Things lecture just to prove the point that they can do quality things if they leave the creators to do their own thing, which they absolutely can. So what are the projects that were woke? Probably the same thing happened. They let the showrunners do whatever they want, just like they let the showrunners of The Witcher do whatever they want, and they happen to be woke, and that's what happened. I think that that's more logical, because by the way that things are looking like, this is how it seems. That is not that Netflix is pushing woke, but the creators of whatever show they greenlit, if
Are
they're woke, they're just saying okay. If
That's
they're not,
the
they're just saying okay.
that's the same thing with the Devil May Cry anime. That guy Adi Shankar, who is in charge of his bootleg universe, as he calls it, he's actually kind of like that. Uh, and that's why this happened to Devil May Cry, and that's why this happened to the Castlevania Nocturne, which is not exactly done by the same people who. It's not written by the same person who wrote uh, the first seasons with the other Vermont. I forget his name because I'm sleeping, but it was written by actually a comic book guy. Again, I forget his name, and it was great. One of the characters in that Castlevania was actually turned black, unlike the games. But again, it was something that it was not in your face. It actually made sense. The character was great, better than in the games that actually elevate some of the material, because that game is too old and you don't have character development there. So yeah, I think it depends on the creators. So if they leave Zack Snyder in charge, why not? Combined with the Duffer Brothers, indeed.
Oh yes. So yeah, okay. And Mr. Mewtube is here.
Hey, Mr. Mewtube, nice.
This is great.
Nice.
Hi, Mr. Mewtube. Okay, I'm afraid that DC being woke because of Netflix. But again, man of culture, everything is possible.
Yeah.
But my point is just that by the proof that I just listed, and I think that this is proving a lot, if Netflix is leaving people to do whatever they want, then if Zack Snyder gets back his universe, it's just not gonna be woke. It's just gonna be whatever Zack Snyder wants it to be.
Another good example. The animated show Sonic Prime. That's a Netflix production. It's great. Nothing is woke inside. It's great for both, kids and grown-ups. I've been watching with my son. It's amazing. It's actually the best Sonic cartoon in my opinion, if you ask me. Also, let's not forget, for example, the He-Man Masters of the Universe Revelation, that was woke as heck, but then the next season was not. Kevin Smith, the writer, actually, couldn't live with the pressure of the fans, I guess. He said, wait a minute, I know my mistake now, I'm going to change that back. And he gave us a great season. The Empress watched that season. She didn't watch the first one, the
Transformers,
one. So...
wasn't the Transformers Netflix movie? Transformers animated movie? Wasn't that Netflix?
No. They made, there was that Transformers Kingdom was their TV show, but that was woke in the third season. Yeah. But no, the animated movie, no, that was I think Paramount or Universal is holding actually the rights to.
Oh, that was so good, man.
Yeah,
I really
Transformers
like
1, that was great.
That was great.
Not Transformers 1, the movie Transformers 1, the animated movie. Yeah.
And True said something funny, but we really have to continue with the video because it's kind of 13 minutes left. And to be honest, I personally am looking forward to the Black Superman movie SNL version. Yes, SNL.
SNL version, cool.
Everything goes
yeah,
SNL.
Everything goes there. Otherwise,
but they're freaking woke, so that's the problem.
Best, I see Warner Brothers releases getting even shorter theatrical windows, and I think it's likely you can probably kiss physical media for WB movies goodbye as well. There are lots of points in this deal that are debatable, or this potential deal, but I think it's unquestionable that if it goes through, this will be something between a major setback and an absolute disaster for movie theaters and for movie fans like me who still enjoy seeing movies on the big screen. While this result would have been shocking a few months ago when word first began to spread that Paramount was interested in buying Warner Brothers, momentum has seemingly been shifting towards Netflix for the last couple of days, and no one seems to have been more aware of that than the head of Paramount, David Ellison. In the last week, Paramount has sent at least 2 letters directly to Warner Brothers Discovery to make a case against the company accepting Netflix's bid. The first letter, which was reportedly sent on Monday, laid out why a Netflix deal would be a mistake for the company due to regulatory issues with U.S. and world governments. The letter said, in part, quote, While a proposed Paramount WBD transaction would be pro-competitive and likely have a favorable and relatively smooth approval process by regulators, a transaction with either Netflix or Comcast would face grave uncertainty and significant opposition by competition law enforcement agencies in the US and abroad. Netflix, if combined with WBD, will reduce the number of films for broad theatrical release, further pushing consumers away from theaters to streaming and harming those theaters which are already struggling. Given that the co-CEO of Netflix has called brick-and-mortar movie theaters a, quote, outdated concept, Netflix ownership of WBD Studio would continue the trend toward more empty seats in theaters as Netflix shifts its movies away from initial runs in theaters. When combined with the number 4 player in the SVOD market, HBO Max, the resulting company would have a 43% share among global SVOD subscribers. This makes a deal presumptively illegal under U.S. law, which is even less restrictive than the laws in the myriad other jurisdictions that will evaluate the deal, end quote. Reports have emerged, however, that Warner Bros. Discovery is prepared to fight these anticipated regulatory issues and has been lawyering up for a protracted legal battle. So it didn't look like this strategy was going to work, and Paramount sent another letter to Warner Bros. Discovery that surfaced in reports just yesterday, demanding that the letter be shown to the company's board due to allegations of an unfair bidding process. That letter said in part, quote, "It has become increasingly clear through media reporting and otherwise that WBD, that means Warner Bros. Discovery, appears to have abandoned the semblance and reality of a fair transaction process, thereby abdicating its duties to stockholders and embarked on a myopic process with a predetermined outcome that favors a single bidder." Several U.S. media outlets have reported on the enthusiasm by WBD management for a transaction with Netflix and on statements by management that a transaction between WBD and Netflix would be a, quote, slam dunk, while also referring to Paramount's bid in a negative light. "We remain confident that the Paramount offer would provide the maximum value to WBD stockholders and look forward to the opportunity to continue to engage with you productively in this process. But at this point, we must insist on assurances and steps taken to ensure that a truly fair and independent process is being conducted, both for Paramount's benefit and in the interest of WBD's stockholders." In response, Warner Bros. Discovery basically said, yeah, no, we'll show them, but trust me, it's all above board. And David Ellison seems very salty that this deal has not gone his way. But you have to remember, he's the one who kicked off this whole process to begin with. Warner Bros. Discovery did not have any plans to sell until it had completed splitting into 2 companies next year. Ellison made several unsolicited offers, which inspired David Zaslav to then open the process up to other companies and use Paramount's enthusiasm to drive the sale price up far beyond what he likely would have gotten if he just sold to Paramount in the first place. David Ellison is very experienced in business, but he's very green as the head of a major Hollywood studio, and it appears that he assumed, wrongly, that he could just swoop in and take Warner Bros. Discovery by brute force. However, I think he was outmatched by Ted Sarandos over at Netflix and also by David Zaslav, who have been executives for years, and now Ellison faces the prospect of unintentionally playing a big part in creating an even bigger competitor for his own movie studio. So it's not shocking that he's looking to leverage regulatory issues and his family's government connections to try to kill any potential Netflix deal. The New York Post, which is regarded here in the U.S. as a right-leaning news source, to put it mildly, has made regulatory issues the primary focus of the paper's coverage of this deal and has also reported statements from government officials signaling that the Trump administration would not fight a Paramount-Warner Brothers deal. In just the last week, the Post has reported that White House officials were preemptively concerned about a Netflix bid's anti-competitive nature, that government sources have said that a Netflix-Warner Brothers merger would face a multi-year legal battle, and that Ellison himself had visited Washington just in the last couple days to speak directly to Trump administration officials and explain why a Netflix acquisition should be rejected by government regulators. But it seems...
Yeah, I mean, that's that's the only hope here.
Is that actually a real letter that he sent to him? I mean, from paper?
No, he
Or
said
an email?
directly to talk. Well, before that, he sent letters.
But I mean, from paper. Like,
I'm not
Jesus
sure.
Christ.
I'm not sure.
okay.
But anyway, that's
Well,
the only thing that could
uh,
happen. Maybe it could
yeah,
be reversed. But I'm not sure why does Warner Brothers want to be in court and lose like years
years.
probably
Yeah.
to fight this. If they just sold to Paramount, none of
Mm,
this would have happened.
yeah.
They would sell everything.
Yeah, I mean,
Uh,
it doesn't make sense. They would sell everything, and now they have to go to court and face all these regulations.
Maybe because
You know.
a few more billions are still gonna be
Mm.
gained from Netflix. Maybe that's why.
Also,
That
that
David
means even if some changes happen with Netflix, which could be good, we won't be seeing them until a lot of time, and by that time we'll be stuck with the gun movies and everything else that is already made.
Yeah,
Oh Christ.
probably. Probably.
Okay.
I mean, I would fire that guy right away
Oh, right
if
away,
they're
yes, right
smart.
away. Just you're fired, and that's it.
I mean, they had Demon Hunter K-pop chicken nuggets.
Yes.
Just
K-pop
K-
demon hunter.
K-pop
Yes.
Demon Hunter just just a few weeks ago, and
Mhm.
that became a huge hit, and people like that, and for some people this represents the stronger characters and not the soy stuff. I mean, we gotta watch it. I'm not sure how I'm gonna feel, but that's how people feel about it. That this is the real deal, and it's not soy and it's not woke.
Probably.
So if that's one of the most successful things that Netflix have done and they see the potential and it was in theaters, maybe they will get smart and see, oh look, Superman actually flopped. Maybe we should fire James Gunn anyway.
Yeah.
I mean that's smart.
Or just tell him stop with the book up and get better writers and
Yeah.
direct good stuff.
But if that Zaslav guy is such a good executive, why didn't he? I mean, why did he ruin Warner Brothers and made it so not valuable in comparison to what it could have been?
Yeah.
Why is he such an idiot then about those things, but he's not? But he's smarter with business deals.
I have no idea.
It's
I
kind of
mean,
messy. If you ask me.
because actually Netflix would never shelf movies like that Acme movie and probably Badgaro. They would have made them to be streaming movies, but
Yeah,
still
but
they
they're
were going
not
to
gonna
be out.
delete them out of
But they're not going to
existence.
delete them out. Yes.
Jesus. Hey, hi, Sibru.
Hey, Sibru.
Hey, Sibru. Zazov is driving up the stock price so he makes more. Well, now with the bidding, yes, the strategy, yes, but before that, we mean that he basically ran Warner Brothers to the very ground, along with the Zaslav with James Gunn
With James Gunn,
and
yeah.
Peter Safran. They completely destroyed everything.
Yeah.
So
with all the movies and reviews that they made, and people were not interested at dying universe, then that's going to be rebooted, and here we go. Yeah.
Well, Sibru, isn't though the health of the company, isn't that gonna make the company more valuable, basically? If it's like
I mean, yeah,
healthier?
wouldn't he make more money if he stays on charge of a healthy company than actually he will make now when he's not part of the company? Sure, he'll make 500 billion or something like that, but wouldn't it be more if you're in charge of a company? I
Yeah.
don't know.
But
Not
yeah, in any
businessman, but
case, we knew
still.
that he's gonna sell the company
Anyway, yeah, that's what's
like
happening
way
anyway.
before, and those rumors turned out to be
Yeah.
true. So yeah.
Also, it wasn't the first time. It was AT&T, then it was Discovery, then it was
Yeah.
my grandma, So yeah, boy, if she had.
Zaslav and Netflix were not going to fall victim to this war of words in the press. They're aware of the fight and they appear ready to face it. Now, in reading all of this coverage over the past few days, it sounds to me like David Ellison realized he was losing this bidding war, then complained that the game wasn't fair and ran to the grown-ups to tell on his competitors. I'm not saying that a Netflix Warner Brothers merger isn't anti-competitive. I think that any of these mergers would have been anti-competitive, and I think that they're all bad for the entertainment industry. But Ellison is not afraid to use his family's ties to the government as a weapon to get his way, and some officials have already begun lobbying the Department of Justice to deny a Netflix purchase of Warner Brothers. Back on November 14th, before this really started to heat up, California Representative Darrell Issa, a Republican and close ally of the president's, wrote a letter to government officials saying in part, quote, "As you are aware, Netflix is already the dominant streaming platform in the United States, and permitting it to absorb a major competitor raises antitrust concerns that could result in a harm to consumers. With more than 300 million global subscribers and a vast content library, Netflix currently wields unequaled market power. Adding both HBO Max's subscribers and Warner Bros. Premier content rights would further enhance this position, reportedly pushing the combined entity above a 30% share of the streaming market, a threshold traditionally viewed as presumptively problematic under antitrust law. Of further concern is that this consolidation would also diminish incentives to produce new content and major theatrical releases, evidenced by Netflix's own statements dismissing movie theaters as, quote, outdated, which could undermine opportunities for the full range of industry professionals, both in front of and behind the camera, end quote. While ISA has been an ally to the entertainment industry in the past, I think it is going to be very interesting to see how many politicians who may have openly wished for the destruction of Hollywood in public for the last several years are about to become fierce advocates for the theatrical experience in opposition to Netflix. Also, ISA isn't wrong here in that letter. But if the government is just now getting worried about anti-competitiveness in Hollywood, then I think they're a little bit late to the party. I think this potential deal should be given heavy regulatory oversight because I think that it is legitimately anti-competitive. However, I think it will get scrutinized in order to try to tip the scale towards Paramount, especially if this deal falls through, who would not get the same level of scrutiny, and that isn't right. However, politicians and the Ellisons are not the only ones who are lobbying against a potential Netflix deal. Perhaps sensing that this was coming, a group of film producers sent an email to members of both political parties in the U.S. asking them to oppose the deal or a potential deal and to give this acquisition, quote, the highest level of scrutiny, unquote. Variety, who reported the existence of this email, cited sources saying that the group included a number of prominent filmmakers, though the email itself was unsigned as the filmmakers reportedly feared retribution from Netflix given the company's size. Perhaps it's about to get even bigger. The rationale behind opposition to this deal from these filmmakers was that a Netflix merger would, quote, effectively hold a noose around the theatrical marketplace, end quote, and Variety's reporting stated that one Netflix strategy would involve theatrical windows for Warner Bros. Films as short as 2 weeks, though other sources disputed that claim, saying that the window would be longer than that. So we have a growing list of opponents to this deal, and if its number one opponent, David Ellison, is looking for allies, he doesn't really have to lobby the White House to gain their support. He has openly had that support from the beginning, and unless something major changes, Netflix is almost certainly facing an uphill regulatory battle against an administration that will likely try everything it can to torpedo this deal. In other words, strap in, folks, because this is going to get ugly. One legal strategy that Netflix and Warner Bros. Discovery are reportedly going to employ is a claim that streaming also includes YouTube, where we are right now, and that YouTube, with its massive market share, is actually the company's biggest competitor for views, making a combined Netflix-Warner Bros. Simply a large company built to compete in the streaming world with Google, not just other studios and streamers. There are arguments here that can be made for both sides. YouTube and Netflix are statistically very competitive when it comes to time spent on each platform, and YouTube is Netflix's biggest competition for eyeballs. But past Netflix statements regarding YouTube, when downplaying the competition for investors to help keep the stock price up, may hurt them. Executives in the past have often told investors that while they are competitive as far as watch time, Netflix differentiates itself with more high-value content, and that the two services actually feed off of one another. If Warner Bros. And Netflix do come to deal terms, you can expect YouTube to be a centerpiece in the legal fight over this merger. Speaking of past statements coming back to haunt you, Variety included a footnote in one of its articles in the coverage about this deal that I actually thought was pretty funny. Back in 2010, just 3 years after Netflix launched its streaming service and as that service was gaining momentum, then CEO of Time Warner, which at that time owned Warner Brothers, Jeffrey L. Bukes, was asked if Netflix was a threat to the established studio structure. And he said, quote, "It's a little bit like, is the Albanian army going to take over the world? I don't think so. At $8 to $10 per month, Netflix doesn't have the economics to support high value programming. Well, it now
Okay.
appears very likely, or at least somewhat likely,
15
that
years
the
later.
Albanian army that is Netflix will soon be supporting Warner Brothers' high value programming. But there is a long road to travel between here and there. And of course, I will be right here keeping my eye on that long road and covering all of the major developments. We are at step one of what is going to be a multi-month, perhaps multi-year process. And that's if Netflix and Warner Brothers Discovery can actually come to terms. If they can't, well, then we're right back to step one. But this is still a major story, and I'm glad that I was up and alert last night to be able to bring it to you this morning. Be sure to stay tuned right here for any more major updates and also the latest in movie news, reviews, box office, and more. As I mentioned, I did go see Five Nights at Freddy's 2, which was...
Yes. Okay, so that was interesting.
Pretty much everything
Yeah.
that we need to know. Yeah.
So I did link his video down below, guys, if you wanna watch it again, the way it is meant to be seen. But yeah, here you go, guys. Here you go. There is
So there is still chance
there is still
for them not
chance
to buy
Yeah.
the whole thing. Yeah.
not to close the deal. I mean, not for the deal not to be approved,
Approved,
so to
yeah.
speak. I mean, again, Netflix is already celebrating on Twitter, but there's still, like he said, some time to go through. And hi to Mike in the chat as
Hey,
well.
Mike.
Hey, Mike. So now I'm going to try to walk you through some things on X, actually. And we can see
Let's see it.
some interesting
Let's see
stuff.
it, George. Let's see it.
Yeah, I mean that people are already celebrating, basically. They're already celebrating the freaking Snyderverse. And I'm like, I mean, why are people thinking
Why
that we're
people
gonna get the
thinking that,
Snyderverse all of a sudden?
Just because it's not Warner Brothers anymore. I mean,
Yeah, just because stuff. So hold on to your butt. Oh my gosh, it's already here. I'm gonna show it on screen, whatever I have right now. You really should go mute that.
but I don't know which one.
It is whatever you have access to is that one.
Let me go check.
Yeah, you go check. I'm gonna bring the page. Okay. And here it is. And thanks to Mr. Snowbody, new software, we can't see the chat anymore pop up by accident on the screen, which is great. So shout out to Mr. Nobody for his software that is called DM Guardian. It's pretty great. So finally, no more accidental messages popping on screen. I'm just waiting. Is Goldie sleeping?
Yes.
Okay. Still have to keep an eye on Goldie, you know. Well, Troop doesn't like Snyderverse.
Who was?
Maybe, I mean, Truth, it's, you know. What to tell you? Either go into deep with the meaning and what is actually being said, or you're falling asleep. What can I tell you?
I mean, yeah, it's deeper meaning in those movies. Really, they're
Also, there's
not...
like a huge spectacle, even if you don't see anything else.
Yeah, I mean, that fight with Batman, you know, in the warehouse. Haven't seen anyone better. People tell me always when people tell me, you know, the Dark Knight is the best Batman movie and stuff like that, and it's that it's what putting me asleep, especially when he has to fight and it's
Yeah, it looks very bad actually.
and I say,
Yeah,
well,
that's not Batman. I mean,
no one is a good director, but he cannot direct action. Sorry, you know.
no, he can't.
Yeah.
But that's another
But
topic.
that's another
though.
topic.
That Batman is just totally weaker Batman. He's not.
Jesus Christ.
He's not
yeah.
very efficient.
Yeah.
Physically though. Okay, so Josh, the Den of Nerds, YouTube colleague. So he's already celebrating, but I wouldn't be. I mean, we don't have enough proof to think that Netflix is gonna actually restore the Snyderverse. This guy, James Prescott, superhero and punk rock, says Netflix did the only 2 weeks before buying Warner Bros. He's never coming back, ever.
Here we go, guys. Hey, Camel.
Maybe effort.
Camel. He
Oh,
wants to go up.
do.
He wants to go up here. He's
My poor
here.
baby
Here
muffin.
is the superhero Schmaktuza.
Yes.
He's such a great superhero, so
He's-
brave. He wanted to go up and say hello, all by himself.
My sweet baby Golda.
Yes, he's already up and running.
Who was
Here he is.
castrated today, and yeah, I just hope that he's gonna recover quickly. But for 10 days, he has to wear this on and off, so he does not lick himself, and he has to wear this body suit over as well.
Yeah, super Goldie.
The same reason, so he doesn't lick himself. Gotta protect him from himself, basically. Oh, baby, oh, baby, it's a baby. It's a baby boy.
He's a baby.
Yeah, it's just a lot of stress for Goldie today and for us, but hopefully he's gonna forget about it in a few days. Hi to Johnny Dome. My issue is the theatrical release after the current Warner Brothers stuff. Yeah, that's worrisome for sure. The cone of shame, yes.
The cone of shame. Is that how people call it? Yeah.
I know, but nothing we can do.
Nothing there to be done.
Thank you, dear Clayton. I mean, I'm gonna remove it when I can watch him closely, so he can take a break and, of course, drink water, eat, and then I have to put it again when he's off-site, because if he only licks that, it's dangerous. Okay, so focusing again. Oh, King of Monsters is here.
Hey, King of Monsters.
Hell, King of Monsters. Welcome to the news. The Netflix won the bet, and will the deal go through? We'll see.
Hopefully not. If yes, then let's hope that they'll actually do a good job. You know.
Yeah. Netflix bought it.
They won the bid.
Didn't buy
they
it.
won the bidding
They
war,
won the bidding war, yes.
but there is still things to come.
Okay, what baby? Come, baby.
So don't worry, King of Monsters. There is still hope. Just go back to the beginning of the stream after that to see everything that we say. We show a great video that gets the deeper meaning of the things. So you know, yeah, it's not exactly final. Things are still complicated. They just won the bidding war. That's it, but nothing else for now.
Oh, baby. Oh, he found a spot.
He found a spot. Here he is. Yes.
My poor boy. Okay. So, yeah, it's not final, because it's just they won the bid, and now Paramount gonna fight them with some legal stuff.
Yeah.
And all of that. If you want, you can rewind the stream from earlier. We've gone through that. Yeah, U.S. government needs to approve it, and yes, no physical media either. So I really don't like this, and our chances for anything Zack Snyder is probably not very high now. But I mean, I don't know what Zack was thinking. I have no idea by this point.
No idea.
That sounds very intentional. Seemed very intentional.
Hoping for the Edisons really to do something. Maybe they really had something, but they didn't expect that things would.
Well, you know how we would actually probably know if he keeps posting those pictures and there's still hope. And actually, last night Gal Gadot, released something very cool.
The test screening. Yeah.
Test screening between her and Ben Affleck, and that was great. So she also did something pretty significant that we never seen before.
We'll keep watching. If
night.
he keeps posting the photos, then maybe
maybe there's still hope.
Maybe there's still hope. Yeah.
So this guy says that he's never coming back ever. That's probably a guy that just hates Zack Snyder. That doesn't mean that he's not gonna come back ever.
He's called superhero and punk rock, so yeah, that's the new Superman.
And punk rock sucks monkey balls for superheroes. Okay. Okay, let's see what Goldie does. Okay. Also some unrelated stuff, but actually that's great for me. I'm gonna save that. That's for Warhammer. That's how some of those new Warhammer stuff will be made. Zack Snyder being away from Warhammer drama. Is that AI?
Yeah, I'll take Adi here now. Yeah, he's going away. Nice.
Yeah.
Gunn is running
scared from Aaron Fisher.
But is he though?
Let's see. From Culture Grave. So, let's see. James Gunn has message for the DC fandom. If you want to see something from a filmmaker, consider phrasing it as I as opposed to we. Your personal desire is meaningful and has weight, but when you frame your personal desire as a universal one, it rings false and becomes forgettable. Own what you want. But that's not what he does. I mean, he's basically... Yeah. Never mind, he always says something and then does the opposite and whatever. Carson means we. Gunn basically said stop speaking for the whole universe and just say you want more Batman. You want to see Wolf Among Us in the DCU? I agree with something James Gunn said. Oh, I don't know. He's just saying stuff out of his ass. He doesn't mean anything. Because he always go backs on them.
He also said that people ask him for the gray and blue Batman comic book costume. If I see that on big screen, I'm just going to laugh. That comic book, that look is good for the comic books, but you know, not for the big screen. Because are we going to go back to the Adam West era? Yeah. You're going down.
Yeah, we're gonna have a Pomeranian annoyed. So let's see what this is. So when Zach was promoting Full Circle on the Film Junkie stream, he made careful consideration to take Pam and Mike for the event and for being kind and compassionate. If Mike and Pam are put in charge of DC, there's great chance Zach could return to DC and finish the Snyderverse. I don't know who these guys are, but let's see. I gotta go back because you guys will not be able to hear it.
Warner Brothers, as far as this screening event is concerned, have been incredible. This group now is beyond kind and caring and personal, and it's been amazing working with them. So I have no complaints. Beyond that, as far as the creative goes and what they're planning, I honestly have been busy shooting this movie. I have no idea what I mean, just to say one more time, that the event would not have happened at all. This event would not have happened at all if it wasn't for Pam and Mike. So just to say that those guys really were the ones that said, yes, we want to do it. I just want to.
That's a cool added layer to the full circle aspect also then.
I think it is. I think it is. It's I didn't, I just think that it's important to be said. So that's all. Yeah. And who?
Okay, I mean...
Wasn't those two people part of Paramount actually? I think they were part of Paramount. So.
Yeah, and this also
right?
is here from like a few hours ago. David Zaslav said to stay as the head of the new studios, which will keep operations separate from Netflix to make and distribute movies and TV shows. Well, that sucks. Like
that kind of sucks. Yeah.
Like we hope to see a change and not the same thing. And people keep advocating for the Snyderverse to be restored, but again, I don't see where this hope coming from.
Yeah, I don't know. Really, they not working all that much with him. Netflix. So yeah.
And again, this is not fine. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Oh god, what the heck? That's why I have to be careful with what I'm watching. Restore the Snyderverse. Oh.
Better because they are getting annoyed, both of them.
Yeah. I know. So, it's late. Okay, guys, let's play what Grace said. That's all. We already covered this. Okay, let's see what you guys are saying. And then we gotta take care of the puppies. Okay. We don't have Tsunami, it's late. Yeah, you were hopeful, I know. I know, but still, it's not final, so we'll see.
It's not final, so yeah, indeed.
personally hated BVS, so I wouldn't mind Zach direct something for Gun. Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
No, sorry.
Uh,
We love BVS though, so still sorry.
James Gunn was talking to himself in the mirror, asking to see the blue and gray Batman suit. Oh gosh. The Rebel Moon just not great,
If
so
it's navy blue, I think it would work.
just
How would it work? How is he going to stay in the shadows? I mean, with the black and gray, even darker gray as it was in BVS,
yeah.
great. How is it going to work with gray and blue, even if it's navy blue? How is
Yeah.
he supposed to be stealthy ninja? It works in comic books, and in the comic books, don't forget, guys, it's blue because that's the shadowing.
Yeah.
Much like when you draw Venom, he's blue because that's the shadowing. The cover is black, but the shadowing is blue.
Mm-hmm.
It's not as if he's putting really a blue glove. That's the shadowing. That's how they explain it. It's just not going to work. It's going to be goofy.
Yeah.
It's going to be Adam West again.
Yeah, that's
know,
not actually
All
Batman.
respect to Adam West, of course, but not to the show.
Yeah. Hey, Valkyrie is the
Hey,
other child.
Valkyrie.
Well, Valkyrie as well. Goldie has his operation today,
Yeah,
so
he is.
he has to recover, the poor baby.
Mm.
Okay, guys, so if everything is okay, I'm gonna have the morning gaming stream tomorrow.
Mhm.
I'm gonna keep an eye on Goldie, and we're gonna do whatever we can for him to feel more comfortable. But we're gonna have 10 days of recovering, so we gotta keep an eye on him closely. So, guys, thanks so much for watching. Have a great weekend. See each other tomorrow, hopefully. And yeah, love you guys.
The 40K Empress leads the way as warriors of the imperium sway into realms where dangers play, where hidden minds hold sway. Through stars and storms we rise, under her watchful eyes, with faith and fire will prevail, for the imperium must not fail. For the imperium we prevail. Beneath the grand cathedral spires, plots twist like smoldering fires, but with her blade of pure desire, she claims the stars entire. Through stars and storms we rise, under her watchful eyes, with faith and fire will prevail, for the imperium must not fail. The imperium we prevail. Through storms and battle cries, her banners pierce the darkened skies. With bolter hymns the traitor dies, as loyal warriors arise. Saints and psychers bend the flame, every world speaks her name. The Empress rules without shame, as war she does reclaim. Through stars and storms we rise, under her watchful eyes, with faith and fire will prevail, for the imperium must not fail. The imperium we prevail. The warriors march with sacred might, their purpose burning crystal bright, to lift the throne world from its plight. and caught humanity's light.